All right, I'll try and buzz through as many of these as I can. Okay. Would I rather be 50 or 15 for the rest of my life? I'd rather be 50 for the rest of my life for sure. 15 was like, well, number one, I can't drive. And number two and three and four and five, like you just aren't that wise. And don't have a lot of resources. So I'd much rather be 50 for the rest of my life. A Burning Man recap was requested. What do they need to know? Well, Burning Man is like the hours are different. You kind of stay up till the sun, or somewhere between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. And you don't get as much sleep a little bit. I'm not a big sleeper, especially during the day. And then it's just kind of like riding your bike around. So I'd say it's like a different schedule, a lot of house music. I didn't really know that either. If you're a country fan, you ain't gonna find any, Kenny Chesney out there, or Jason Aldean. It's gonna be all house and beats and music. So be into that. What I loved so much is it's just like people in their truth. If they want to ride their bike all day and go to temple and cry, fine. If they want to party literally all day, you can do that too. But I'd say, go in with an open mind, go with some friends. So you have some people to go do things with, and make sure you bring a lot of twinkling lights, because there's a lot of riding your bike around at night. And with 80,000 people there and everybody having a bike, they all look the same, and you're going to need lights so you don't get driven over as well. And have fun with the costumes. But I think it's such a great experience. I mean, I think that it's just something that if you have any level of curiosity, it's totally worth going at least once. Most surprising interview of 2022. So Josh Gates kind of surprised me. I just ended up having a lot of fun with him. We kind of bantered back and forth. He's a really like a modern day Indiana Jones. So, or actually not even modern day, because Indiana Jones isn't real. He's like a real Indiana Jones. So that was a super fun. We talked about a lot of the topics that I love to talk about, whether it be like travel or plant medicine or any of those kinds of things, spiritual perspectives. So that was great. And then I thought the other one that was surprising was I loved the second. So it's the second time I've interviewed him, but Dave Asprey, who's I can't even call him the godfather. He's just literally the father of biohacking. He named it biohacking because he came from the tech world. But Dave totally, like, normally it's like a much more health oriented tips and tricks and big words that I don't understand. But we talked a lot about spirituality and a lot about energy and how this reality is working. And so I thought that second Dave Asprey interview was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Most inspiring interviews of 2022. I'd say Zach Bush. He's also the second time I've interviewed him as well. I guess this is what happens when you've had a show for a couple, 3 years almost. So Zach is just like so deep. And again, kind of similar to Dave. It was a lot more health oriented when I interviewed him in 2019 about, cancer and how that works, and, just a lot of different aspects of pure more hardcore health. And this time it got more spiritual, and it got much deeper into how things really work in the world, and, much more about, is there a theme here? Like more about energy and more about your mind and your perception. And, I love that information is coming through, because it'll change the world. So anyway, Zach's was a great interview. And then I think the other one that was super inspiring was Michael Singer. I mean, I was just so grateful that he did it. He doesn't do very many interviews. He wrote the book Untethered Soul. Such great information, to some degree, kind of simple with the information, like meaning it shouldn't be complicated to understand, but just really powerful, and just a really, really, really great guy. So I thought that he was very inspiring as well. Okay. My focus for the next few years, I'm going to put a big focus on business. I obviously worked and raced, but then after that, I kind of have just let my creativity and my interests turn into businesses. But I'm not the best boss. I don't know exactly, how to do that. I don't know numbers. I'm terrible. I'm not very good with details. So I just want to understand better how to be a boss, how to run businesses, how to make them more successful. So I'm going to put a lot of focus in the next few years into business, and also being out there a little bit more. I'm ready to do another push of whatever I can do to help people's confidence, awareness, and growth, expand at the fastest and best rate possible. So I'm gonna kind of jump in and see what else I can do. So business is my focus for the next few years. Aspects of driver mentality that play into the spiritual and personal growth side of things. So, aspects of being a driver include needing to be focused. Mind over matter is also, to be in control, you need to know you can. You need to go into the corner with confidence. And so I think that plays into other things too, is having the confidence that whatever's coming through energetically or intuitively is true, and that you can trust that and you trust yourself. I think that that's an important driver aspect that plays into spirituality. Believing as a driver that it's possible for you to go out there and win and be successful, just as much as that there are energies beyond our awareness, or our consistent awareness for some, that are playing into deeply into our reality of how we experience this life. So having trust and believing is also important. Places I'd like to visit. Oh gosh, this is like, I could go on and on. I'd love to go to Iceland. I'd love to go to Patagonia, Argentina, Chile, Bali, Easter Island would be cool to see. I'd like to go back to Egypt. I'd also like to see Petra, which is nearby. I think Italy. Can you believe I don't think I've been to Italy. If you like this clip and you want to hear the whole episode, click at the bottom of your screen.